Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed our little POV on Firewatch. Since our last episode, I got quite a bit done, and I thought that if I did our normal updates, it wouldn't even do it justice. So I figured, why not join the park as a pedestrian, and let's just giving a walking tour. This is looking back up to our tunnel that goes through the mountain back to the front side of the park. We got our beautiful corkscrew from Firewatch that goes over the pathway. I love these crowd and pathway interactions when the roller coaster comes flying by. Right on cue. Perfect. Now, if we turn to our right here, we go a little downhill, walking around Hammer Swings. Now, this is a little more leisurely route. I thought this was going to be more gentle of a slope than it actually is, but that's okay. As you can see on our left here, we got our fountain with the one that's a little off skew, and that starts our stream down the mountain. On the right, I put in this autocar roadway here. I'm not a big fan of the building. I'm going to come back and fix that up because that doesn't look great. It just goes for a little stroll around the backside, or back corner of our park. Through the trees, nothing too exciting. But I love this elevation change that we have going around here, around the corner. If we look back up, is a stairway. We highlighted that in last episode, where you get all the different views of the Hammer Swing here. So let's scroll down here. I went ahead and jumped on the workshop and found some buildings that I thought would work in my park. So you'll see a bunch of those in this episode. This one being one of them. I just made it a random building because I needed to put in a staff building, which is on the back side here. We join the rest of the people. We walk by the entrance to Axis, which is on the right side of the path. You go through the little pig's pen, and then up over the bridge, and then you come back over here, and you can get on the ride. Exit on the left side, obviously where the ride is. Now let's jump down the hill here. And now things got crazy. I took the other building that's up there. It was originally supposed to be a restaurant, so I left it in. Put the Cosmic Cow ice cream in here. Fits real well right on the back side of this archway that I made, which is the queue line for Axis. If you'll also see on the right is another building that I found. It's a restaurant area. It's got 3 or 4 restaurants and a bathroom in there. And people are loving it. It looks great, blends in with the park. I love it. You may also see that I got a lot of lighting done. We'll give a nighttime view here in a minute. But I also snuck in a little kiddie ride, a little hot air balloon ride. Pathway entrance is here, goes around this little shack, comes back over here. I needed something to help fill in this gap between the pathway, or the arch, and the midway going on down this direction. And I thought a little kiddie ride would be perfect, because on the behind us, this just looks like the river. Or, excuse me, not the river, it just looks like forest, but on the backside of the rocks and the hills here is, of course, our log flume that we featured last episode. Now, from our kiddie ride, we pan over, and a lot has changed. Some of this was here, some of it's been changed, some of it's been updated, a lot of it's new. We'll start over here. This view looks the same, but at nighttime, this is all changed. Cool little thing I added down here. When a car comes over, the lights in this area change to blue just as a warning. I thought that was kind of fun and neat. I also added just some random lights, uplights in the trees here just to give it some depth while you're in here at night. Also, when you're riding the ride, it just lights it up and gives it some ambiance, and so it's not just always in the dark all the time. We added in some more water features, made our dedicated splash zones, and put in some signs of people that are aware. Even though, so if they come over here past our little caution tape on the ground, they're warned. On the right side here, I put in a first aid station, and on the back side of this building is another staff building. Neat little pathway back here. But I've also expanded this whole area. I opened this up, made it a one huge grid path so they can walk all over the place. Bunch of seating and shade for people as they come through. Lots of lighting, lots of great views because of what we have on the right. This is not nearly finished, but I needed something as an anchor point to draw people down this way, and I decided what better ride than another coaster, obviously. So we put in a giga coaster. This one's well over 300 feet, wraps around the back side of the path. We may or may not do a POV in this video. It's not finished, other than I love the layout of the ride, but none of the scenery beyond this station is done. And even then, the station I found on the workshop. So, but once I saw it, I knew I needed to use it because it was the perfect size for my station, and so I just had to modify the interior, and the exterior was perfect. Then I just had to work on blending it into my scenery and go from there. We'll get back to that here in a moment. So as we come back down to the end of the splash zone, I added more seating on the left side here. Not in the splash zone, but you can watch. You can watch all the fountains and the cars come by. But I also went back on to the workshop and I found a whole bunch of Midway games. I know these ones over here are by Rebel Trillions. I can't remember who this one is by. I love it because it opens up the pathways and gives gets some reason for you to be over here. I haven't decided what we're going to do beyond this little area. I've been doing a lot of work on the queue area, or at least in front of the station for our ride. I don't even know of a name for this ride yet. So if you're still listening, I could really use your help. I guess to do that, you would have to get a POV. So let's do a POV ride. With that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. We're going to jump through our queue and we're going to get this POV. If you like what I've been doing in this park so far, don't forget to drop that like. If you want to see what I do with the rest of the park, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're not going to jump through the cattle pen because it's not finished, but we'll jump back over here. So as you see, the queue goes over the exit, over the cattle pen, and come back over here. The reason I love this building for our for the queue was because of this balcony, and I knew that I could use it for the queue, and I love it. It works out so well. Just a reminder, don't judge me on the interior of this building. It still is yet to be finished, obviously, but here we go. This part, I believe, is going to change. I did not intend for this to go underground. It just kind of happened. And I still need to figure out what I want to do with the exit for the ride. So that still may change. But I'm happy with the way that this turned out. Lots of air times, and it's going to be the fastest ride of the park. At the bottom of this first drop hill, we hit 97 miles an hour, and then on the bottom of the second hill, we've reached 99 miles an hour. So here we go. Alright guys, that's it for the POV on that ride. Let me know what you think. I figured I would give a little overall aerial view of the park as this place has been coming along spectacularly. So here's where we're at for now. And let me flip it over to nighttime to show you what we got, because I think that, of course, that's where it shines the best. But yeah, here's where we're at. So thank you for sticking along and watching this episode so far. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see what else we got going on in the park. And as always, thank you. Bye-bye.